Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Ancient Ion. I have just woken up today, and we have just finished qualifying right now. Yeah, I've missed the entirety of qualifying, but it is raining here in the UK. Ariante is on pole with a 128.7. Merc Music is second with a 129.0. We have Capstar P3. Who in the world is that? Oh, it's Train Pick up at P4. Wow. Dakar is down in P5 for qualifying. That is probably the lowest I've seen him in qualifying for a while. So yeah, he isn't going to be in P5. We have Pischan at P6, Dom in P7, Dino Monkey is in P8. Acer's P9. We have Knee in P10, Ferdinand P11, Nova P12. That's the highest I think I've seen him this entire season. Mr. Machiglob is P13, Mr. Cowpox P14, P15 we have Toots, then Kunton P16, Fantatroll, Jay-Z, Leon, Miggy rounds out the top 20. We have Silent here, Nindier, and Nanner. I think that's the first time he's raced this season. And Nanner's P23, Carlos P24, and then we have Lala P25. But yeah, Dakar down at P5 is probably the biggest talking point from this qualifying session. But Ariante on pole is a great day for him. He'll probably let 420 Merc Music win if he can, or at least get the higher position if he can for the Drivers' Championship. Speaking of the Drivers' Championship, let me look at that real quick once again. Yeah, so on top right now is Dakar. He's won 4 races out of 4. Merc Music is second. He's 23 points behind, so he's going to need to have a much better second half to the season if he wants to gain all that ground back. But with how good Dakar is, it's going to be a hard task. But I think today is a good start for him if he can keep ahead of Dakar. He's struggling a little bit. He's down at P5. Let me just get the volume up real quick. That one. Yeah, that should do it. All right. But everyone's getting ready to. Everyone's actually lining up to the grid here. You see Daka here. There's a few others getting ready. Ariante's just killed himself. Jesus. There's someone messing around with Daka. Let's see, where is Merc Music? There he is. He's on the grid. Ariante still getting ready for the grid. Train Pig is on the grid. There he is. But yeah, we have 27 laps around this track. Let me see what the track looks like. I'm really tired right now. It's wow. That's what the track looks like. Jeez. Um. Anyways, 27 laps in a very wet day today. I feel like it should be raining the entire time. Yeah, it is. It has been raining the entire weekend. So this is gonna be. I mean, if we go back to the last rain race, which is round 2 in Korea, Dakar and Merc Music were well ahead, but Dakar got the better strategy. He pitted earlier than Merc and just finished way well ahead of him. So as long as they don't make that same mistake again, Merc Music, he should be able to win this race, or at least have a damn good chance at winning this race. Although I'm pretty sure that race had like a lot of mixed conditions. It went to dry at the end, so we'll see. We'll see. Honestly, from this qualifying, one of the more surprises that I've seen, one of the surprises so far is Silent. To be honest, down to P21. I've seen him in other leagues. He is a very good driver, but him being 7 seconds off is a little bit shocking. But he probably just showed up. So we'll give him the benefit of the doubt. Miggy's down at B20, which is a slightly disappointing as well, but it is what it is. Leon also down at P19. Interesting stuff from them. Well, other than that, this is kind of expected, I guess. Other than Nova. Nova being that high up is kind of like, what? But yeah, everyone just getting ready to get underway for the British Grand Prix. Can't do that. Let me see if we can just do this. It's just Ariante. He praised the lights work. I hope they do as well. Train Decker. Yeah. Actually, any other shirts here? What's that one say? Oh, fair enough. Oh, still waiting for some cars to get onto the grid. Who's that flying over here? Well, he's just zoomed off into the distance. I think it's... Oh, so who is this? GeoMill. We're still waiting for people to get onto the grid. There's a lot of people. Jesus Christ, come on. That's what the Ferrari's getting lined up. Carlos here, back second last in qualifying. I don't think that's where P24 is, but sure. Actually, where is P20? Yeah, it's over here, bro. Just man, who? Come on. Okay, so to have two pit lane starters as well. Who are they? We have GeoMill and Shark. Both will be starting from the pit lane. That's an airplane. All right, we game ready to go or what? If not, I'll just do more flybys of the track, so I can just see what's going on around here. Alright, yeah, I'll just keep flying. So turn one here is a flat, it looks like a very flat right, with that airplane on the inside. To the left, we have a bit of a hairpin that opens up, and a quick S here, left-right. And then a right-hander that is pretty open and then tightens up real quick right at the end. It's kind of like a Bahrain turn 10. They have a long straight on a runway. It goes past all of this. Oh, wow, that goes very far into the distance. But yeah, there it is. I wish I could fly faster than this. But there we see. We have a long straight onto a right hairpin. And then into a left hairpin, I think. Yeah, then goes into another right to then go into a small straight and then another right somewhere down there. There it is. Let me just make sure they're not going yet. Okay. Alright, this is the last corner. Where is it? There it is. So it goes from a right, and then this is another long straight, another DRS straight over on the far side here. This one. And it goes into a right hairpin. Opens, wow, again, opens up on the start, but then tightens very quickly at the end. A bit of a straight with the kink here onto another one that tightens on the start, but then opens up right at the end. Left hairpin, and then right. Not a hairpin, but pretty tight right-hander. A lot of hairpins on this track, so a lot of straights, a lot of hairpins, a lot of overtaking opportunities, a lot of DRS zones, so hopefully we'll see a lot of overtakes here. Ariante wants to get this thing started. I want to as well. 27 drivers are ready for this race to get going. Well, the counter's getting ready. 27 laps is on the board. They've just been told to jump by the race control. Let's just jump out the car. Our command is on the top of their screens. Ariante on pole, Merc Music in P2, front row lockout for that team. Capstar up in P3. Trainpig P4 with Dakar starting P5. Let's just get this thing going. Come on. If you didn't jump, womp womp. That's fair enough. All right. And finally, let's get going for the British Grand Prix. Round 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights. And it's lights out. Ariante moved a little bit, but he stopped. Away we go for the British Grand Prix. It's a three-car battle already for P1, Capstar, Merc, and Ariante. I think Dakar is already up to P3 or P4 there. But Ariante holding on to the lead for now, but his teammate right behind him with Pischan up in P3. Pischan actually trying to make the move on Merc Music for P2. And it's still a three-car battle, but Pischan up into the top 3 with, I think, now Merc in the lead. I can't see. Oh, Jesus Christ. But going into this next hard-braking zone, it's a right-hander, Ariante in the lead, but Pischan goes wide. He dived into that corner very deep. But Merc Music in the lead ahead of his teammate now after that hairpin. Much better line through it. As Ariante makes the move here on the inside. Another right-hander. Still side-by-side between the teammates. We can't see them, but they can see each other. And it's too close to call, essentially. Ariante just in the lead, but Merc going to the inside now. Can Ariante get a better run out of the corner? Yes, he can. I would assume so. No, he can't, though. Merc still holding on to the lead. Oh, he's gone wide, though. Ariante going into the lead, but Merc looking for the better run out of the corner. Still side-by-side for P1. And Trainpig there in P3, right behind the both of them. And through the final corner, Ariante and Merc Music still side-by-side for the lead. Trainpig up in P3. And that is Pischan in P4. Dakar up in P5 with Capstar P6. Battling with knee there. But Merc going a bit wide there. Now Ariante back into the lead. Trainpig right behind Merc. Trying to see if he can take P2 away from him. And he has, for now. Merc down to the inside. Trainpig looking for the run, the switchback on the straight. Very hard. Oh, he was drifted through that one. A lot of oversteer there. He kept the car ahead. Going in a straight line. Still in P2. But Merc dives to the inside. Trainpig looking for the better run. Gets a... Oh, he's... I mean, that's a bit off track. Still side by side there for P2. Merc going wide. Trainpig goes to the inside. Trainpig so far is holding off Merc here for now. But yeah, it's a good start for Ariante and Trainpig. It was a very good battle there at the start as well. But now that they have to focus, and Merc Music still looking to make the move on Trainpig. Through the last few corners, they're trying to keep that car straight. There's a lot of oversteer they're having. But I think Trainpig will take P2 away from Merc. But you can see back here, Pischan trying to defend from Dakar. He cannot defend at all. But Dakar also having oversteer. That's not helping at all. So Pischan holding on to P4. Dakar P5 still. but I think that overtake will be done very soon. But Train Pig there trying to defend from 420 Merc Music, and Dacker also trying to attack Pizchan. Merc Music still has to stay behind Train Pig for now, but I think Merc just made the move there. But Dacker's also just made the move on Pizchan. Dacker's up to P4, and Merc Music, I think, still has to hold on. He still has to stay behind Train 4 now. Good defending from Train Pig. Dino Monkey here up into P6 with P. Oh, wow, that's a train and a half right behind all of them. Jesus. That's a train starting with Dino Monkey. Probably going to catch up with Pizchan soon enough. And Dacker. Yeah, Dino Monkey leads this train with a 3-car battle right behind him. Need, Mr. Macho Globe, and Dom. Along with Fernand. There's Capstar down here in P11. In this battle for P7. Jeez. But Dacker's finally pulled away from Pizchan. Train and Merc still battling out. Train's gone a bit wide there, but looking for the cut onto the inside. A lot of oversteer there. Gone a bit off the track and still holding on with Merc. He's got a great run through it as well. Into the left-hander. One of the left-handers at least. Let's get a decent line by Train. It does take P2 away from Merc Music once again. But that doesn't look good. Bit of a screen freeze here. Okay, we're good to go. This is turn 2 or 4. Alright, so Train Pig in P2 for now. Merc's still trying to get past him. Dacker's right there in the distance with Pizchan holding down P5. We have Knee and Dino Monkey there, but Dino Monkey's in P6. Knee is P7. Capstar P8. And this is just a gaggle of cars here battling for P7. It's a huge train from Dino Monkey down. And we can't see the battle, but they can definitely see each other again. You have Pizchan falling back. He's now within the grasp of Dino Monkey. So P5 might be on the cards for Dino Monkey here. But yet going into the second sector onto this long straight. Without DRS, this is the one of the streets without DRS. But onto this right-hander, and they will have DRS for this one. I don't think Dino Monkey. I mean, he is actually close enough to Pizchan to get the DRS. Sorry, wait. What's the point of DRS? It's in the rain. I'm stupid. Anyways, away from, just ignore that. You can see Knee and I believe that's it's Capstar actually battling each other for P7, just behind Dino Monkey. But back to the front here, Merc still holding on behind Train Pig. They're not too far off of Ariante, but Dacker not being able to make some ground on these three. This could be very good for Merc if he could get up to P1. Pizchan has actually fallen off a lot. He's now in the mix of the battle. He's behind all of them. And that's Dino Monkey up to P5. I think that's Knee up in P7 or P6, actually, because of Pizchan. Capstar P7, Pizchan there, P8, falling right behind with Fernand. In a fully black car, essentially, I think. Just there in P9. I mean, this is a huge train. Get up there with Pizchan. You see. Oh, that is Capstar into the wall. He's kept the car straight though. He's fallen down to P10 and into Acer's hands. But that was a huge mistake from Capstar. Now he has to regroup himself, and he has to focus now on the battle for P7. He needs to get back up to them and keep the battle alive. But Acer looking for the move down the inside doesn't work. Capstar just has to refocus. Train Pig. Wait, what? Okay, no, that's just a tiny board thing. But Ariante still has the fastest lap. They've actually caught up to Ariante pretty quickly. Train Pig and Merc still battling for P2. They're side by side now. Much wider entry by Merc Music. Go for the cut back onto the inside. Can't get the run to work as he went a bit wide at the exit. Decker still P4. Dino Monkey holding off knee for P5. Pischan in P7. Let's just see this battle between Knee and Dino Monkey real quick. If it doesn't lag. There we go. So Knee still right behind Dino Monkey. Not go for any moves. He's just holding on there. But he is now side by side. He's got a great run through there. And Knee just ahead for now. But Dino Monkey looking to see if he can defend his position onto this next straight. Knee is ahead for now. Dino Monkey down to P6. With Pischan right behind the both of them. Now do this final few quarters. Knee just ahead, but Dino Monkey having to defend for Pischan now. Side by side for P6 onto the second to last corner and to the final corner. Pischan is now ahead of Dino Monkey for now. Looking for a better run out of the final corner. And he does get the better run. And he's now back ahead of Pischan for P6. Meanwhile, Ferdinand still behind all of them. But Mr. Magical up there looking to make the move. Actually, sorry, to defend from Capstar. Who is now trying to make his way back up this train. So Capstar now ahead of Mr. Magical. He has his teammate Ferdinand right ahead of him, trying to pass him. Back up to the front. Trainpick still holding off Merc Music. With yeah, these positions are going to change unless there's a mistake from them. So we'll let them live. Meanwhile, the teammates Ferdinand and Capstar still side by side battling it out for P8. Capstar just ahead. Ferdinand still trying to see if he can take, or at least hold off his team, or at least just have a little fun here battling. But I think Capstar has the better of Ferdinand, and now up to P8, and hopefully he can get back up to this P5 battle. Ferdinand goes down to the inside. Capstar go for the run on the out, for the switchback. And Ferdinand actually makes the position work. He makes a move. That's the wrong way around. Ferdinand holding off Capstar for now. Pischan and Dino battling it out here for P6. Side by side onto the main straight. Pischan just ahead. With Dino Monkey still side by side with him. Do apologize. I mean, I just woke up. I'm still a little bit tired, so if you hear me yawn, it's whatever. But Pischan looking to see if he can get a better run out of it. Dino went a little bit wider than he did. I think Pischan has taken this still in P6 now. And out through the water. Pischan in P6. Knee is loving this. He's loving to see them battle right behind them. But Dino Monkey making the move for P6 once again. But Pischan defending. Onto this log straight. Dino Monkey is just in the lead, just ahead for now. But this is Knee is making a small gap. But Capstar's back in this battle. Pischan's gone a bit wide, and now Capstar trying to see if he can make a move on Pischan. Do this left-hander. Pischan defending. He's gone a bit wide on the entry, but he's looking for the better run here. The switchback has made it work, and he's still ahead of Capstar. But Dino Monkey has been allowed to get ahead of all of them. This Ferdinand's also into this battle. So it's a 5-car train here for P. Oh, that was a bit of a mistake there by Capstar, I believe. He's hit the sausage curbs and has allowed his teammate Ferdinand by. At least it was one of those cars. I didn't get a chance to see which one, but someone hit that sausage curbs a little bit. But yeah, Ferdinand ahead of his teammate. We have Pischan in P7, Dino P6, and Knee in P5. We have Mr. Matcha Glove there, just behind all of them. Acers here, P11, fighting with Dom. after that yawn, Acers just had a massive amount of oversteer there. Sorry, Dom. You have Nova P13 just on his own, just completely in no man's land. Jesus Christ. We have Mr. Cowpox here, also no man's land. Fanta Troll with Toots, kind of, well, he's pretty close. Jay-Z there. 90er, Quentin Silent. The usual. Is Silent being lapped? Oh, who in the world is that? That's Toots. Going off. He's going way off there. I think he might have gone over the sausage curse, but Jesus Christ, dude. We have Enaner, GML, Carlos. Carlos is DNF'd, so we'll see. GML goes straight into the sausage curbs. That's all the Ferrari. That's Leon. Oh, this is kind of fun to see. So Carlos and Shark have both DNF. Is that Ariante? No, it's not. I think that was GML or Enaner. But yeah, back up to the front, kind of here. The train 4P5 is on. They're going much faster than the back markers. Jesus Christ. I think Nee had a bit of oversteer on the entry there. It looked like he'd gone a bit wide, but he's still ahead. P6, P7 there, Capstar, P8 for an N. Sorry, that's P8 Piston. Piston has lost position to Capstar while we were going and looking at the back markers. It was just the chaos there. So Capstar, good recovery for him. Now up to P7, trying to make the move on Dino Monkey. If you can actually catch up to him real quick. Dakker's up to P3. Merc Music has actually fallen off a little bit from Train Pig while we were looking at this battle. Merc Music has fallen off from Train Pig, and now Dacker takes P3. But Ariante still holds on to the lead. That's a bit of a timing board error. But Dacker up to P3. Merc, I think, went a bit wide there. Yeah, this is not good for Merc for the driver's battle. He's still behind Dacker, or is now behind Dacker. And this will extend Dacker's gap in the championship unless Merc can actually make a move on him. But yeah, Ariante having a strong grip on this race. Second race of the season for him, and it's good for him. It's looking really good for him. But Train Pig still, he's lost time these last few laps. Pischan, I think he's just ahead of him for now. So that's P7 for him. But Capstar up to P6, and now he sees Nee in front of him. Hopefully he can make a move on him. But Dino Monkey still side by side with Ferdinand actually. Pischan has gone backwards a little bit. But Ferdinand going down the inside goes a bit wide, but Dino Monkey into at least in front of these two. Pischan now trying to see if he make the move on Ferdinand after his slight mistake. Just didn't get a good run out of that corner. And Pischan slightly ahead by like half a car's length. You can see also up ahead, Nee and Capstar battling for P5. Bit of oversteer from Nee, but Dino Monkey just ahead of the other two drivers, Pischan and Ferdinand. Ferdinand looking to see him make the move. He goes a bit wide. He's dived it there. Looking to see better. He's getting a better run out of the corner. I think Pischan had the worst run out of it. But yeah, Dino Monkey a bit wide. Ferdinand and Dino Monkey still side by side. Nee still holding on to P5, but Capstar looking for that move. But Dino Monkey just ahead with Ferdinand P2 in that train, with Pischan P3 in that battle. Nee and Capstar still battling it out side by side. Nee is just ahead. But Capstar looking to see into this right-hander that tightens up really quickly. Trying to see him get a better line. That looked like the exact same line, but yeah, Capstar just right behind him with the slipstream and all that. Can't see any of them. But here's going into the next hairpin. Nee has actually fallen behind Capstar. Capstar got a great run onto the straight, but he's gone a bit wide there. But he's kept P5 from Nee. Dino Monkey also in P7. We have Ferdinand P8. Pischan still P9. Mr. Match Club rounding out the top 10. Merc Music has gone ahead of... Oh, that's his teammate. Never mind. They've lapped his teammate. I thought they actually got past Dacker, but no. Dacker is still at P3, and now Train Pig right ahead of Dacker. Train Pig's lost a few seconds here. Sariante's lead extends with Train Pig. I think he probably made a mistake. And now Dakar is trying to see if he make the move for P2 and maybe try and catch up to Ariante in P1. But back here, Dynamonkey looking to see if he can overtake Knee here for P6 and hopefully get back up to Capstar, who's now running away with P5. Dynamonkey looking for the better run here, going a bit wide on entry, but then cutting back in for the left-hander. Not exactly working. He's still right behind him. Going a bit wide on the entry, looking for the better cutback. There he goes. But Knee also, he's much more onto the inside, and Knee just ahead for now. But let's see if Dynamonkey got the better run through the straight. We can't see them, so we'll just see once they get out of the water spray and all that. But yeah, Dynamonkey, yeah, he has gotten ahead of Knee. He's got the better run onto the straight, and now Dynamonkey holding on to P6 with Knee P7 and Fernand right behind them in P8. Pischan now has to defend from Mr. Machiglo, but Mr. Machiglo got the position and takes P9 away from Pischan, who was fighting for the lead at the start of this race on lap 1. Dakar finally makes the move on Train Pig pretty easily, it seems, but now Train Pig, Merc Music is now right behind Train Pig, and they all go into the pits. They're all in the pit lane. Dakar in the pit lane and Merc all in the pit lane. This is halfway through this race. Bit of a lag here, but they'll be going on to another set of inters whenever this starts to get going. Guys, game. There we go. We've missed all of their pit stops, but there's more cars into the pit lane. That's Dynamonkey. There's Knee. Fernand stayed out. Mr. Machiglo is in. Pischan is in. Wilson. Dom is going to be in. Acer's in. Nova, once he gets to the pit lane. There's a lot of cars, and Ariante opts to stay out, so this undercut from the other drivers might just work out for them. Dakar, Capstar. I mean, this is going to be... It's only a 1-lap undercut. So they did a 13-lap first stint and a 14-lap second stint. And then the other drivers will be doing the reverse. Ariante is doing a 14-lap first stint with a 13-lap second stint. So his tires at the end will be slightly better. But this undercut might be enough for some of them to catch up to Ariante and to the other drivers that they're battling. But yeah, Capstar up in P2, he did not pit. So once he pits, he'll be slightly behind the battlers, but hopefully over the lap, he might be able to catch up to them again. He does have the pace, so I don't think he's too worried. He'll take P5. Fernand there, P4. He also didn't pit, but he's now behind Dakar, it seems. And also 420 Merc Music, both of them have gone past. Dakar's got a purple sector too. So there we go. Ariante into the pit lane. Capstar surely will also pit with Dakar. Yeah, Capstar has fallen. Yeah, Dakar's going to make the move. And Capstar will go into the pit lane surely this time around. There he goes. But Dakar, around the final corner, Ariante out of his pit box will hold on to the lead. But Dakar, with the undercut, has allowed him to catch up significantly to Ariante. And I think Dakar will also get a great run out of turn 1. But yeah, that undercut definitely worked for Dakar. Ariante was not given priority, even though he's in the lead. But yeah, Merc Music is in the battle, so he's in the title fight. But Dakar, purple sector 2 and 3, with Train Pig also a purple sector 3. Oh, taken away from Dakar. Where's Merc? Merc is ahead of Train? Yeah, he is. So Merc got a better pit stop than Train Pig. So Train Pig down to P4, Merc up into P3, and Dakar in P2 with Ariante right ahead of him. Dakar only a 3-second gap. Ariante, let's focus up, buddy. Capstar after his pit stop is in P10. Oh wow, he's lost a lot of time there. He's not. Damn. Dynamonkey up into P5, Knee P6, Mr. Machiglo P7, and Pischan P8. Capstar down in P9, fighting with Pischan for P8, and Fernand P10. So Capstar has a lot of ground to gain on the drivers ahead. He's made the move on Pischan at least. But now, if he wants to get to P5, he needs to pass 4 cars. He should have just pitted with these guys, man. He should have just pitted. Train Pig, purple sector 1. Wow. Capstar purple sector too. He's, well, I mean, if he wants to make ground, he's definitely making ground. Ariante's made it. Wow, he's gained 8 tenths on Dakar this lap. This is actually looking really good for Ariante. Trainpig with the fastest lap of the day, though. Dino Monkey P5, P6, Knee, P7, Mr. Macho Club, Capstar making the gap to Piston, and now looking to see if he can make the overtake on Mr. Macho Club. He should be able to do that pretty easily. Here you go. Mr. Macho Club went a bit wide, and now Capstar looking to see if he can make the move. Not here, at least, but maybe onto the straight with a better run. Purple sector won by Ariante there. It's now a 4.3 second gap. He's gained a second and a half on Dakar in a lap and a half. Yeah, Capstar's looking to see. Yeah, he's right behind Mr. Macho Club now. Into this right-hander. Breaks a lot later than Mr. Macho Club. And also Knee, who they've caught up to. Side by side there for P7. I think Capstar has just taken. Well, he's not taking it just yet. Mr. Macho Club putting up a good fight. But I think that's over now. Capstar up to P7. And now Knee just ahead of him, looking to see if he make. Well, that's what in the world? Okay. Mr. Macho Club went way to the other side of the straight. But Capstar already immediately on the back of Knee. Looking to see him make the move for P6. Meanwhile, Trainpig and Merc are battling for P3. The final podium position with a lap car right ahead of him. Trainpig has lost out to Merc Music. So Merc Music now up to P3. And now he has, I mean, I don't know if he can gain 6 seconds on Dakar. That's a tough task for him. Meanwhile, Capstar ahead of Knee for now. And now has to catch up to Dino Monkey, just a little bit ahead of them. Trainpig. Oh, wait, what? Oh. Trainpig 8 seconds behind Merc now. Trainpig, I don't know if he made a mistake or not, but now he's well behind Merc Music. Surely that was a mistake. He's 8 seconds behind. Dakar losing a lot of time to Ariante. 10-second gap to the front. Really? Well, I mean, we'll get the time update, but what in the world happened to Dakar and Trainpig? Jesus. Nothing in chat that says anything. But yeah, on to the. Let me see. Fastest lap there was. Oh, 130.8 by Ariante. But yeah, it is a 10-second gap to the front. Now Merc only 2 seconds behind his team. Not his teammate. Merc now only 2 seconds behind his championship rival for P2. Trainpig has fallen off a lot. He's 9 seconds behind 9 seconds behind Merc. Battling with Silent, who's a lapped car. The Capstar, within a second of Dino Monkey, looking to see if he can take P5 away from him. Hopefully, Merc can actually catch up to Dakar, and we'll have a good battle between them. But for now, Dakar in a gaggle of lapped cars. Let's get back to this mid battle here. Midfield battle. I just called it a mid battle. Damn. Knee has lost out to Mr. Macho Club. Mr. Macho Club up to P7. Capstar looking to make more ground on Dino Monkey's right there behind him. But he's not close enough to make any move yet. Fernand down to P9 battling with Pischan for the last point spots. 2 seconds for Merc, just behind Dakar. This is going to be very interesting once he catches up. But yeah, Ariante's a huge. That's a huge lead. That's someone into the pit lane, one of the lapped cars. But yeah, this should be an easy win for Ariante. As long as he doesn't lose like 2 seconds a lap, he's got this in the bag. The gap between the championship rivals is 1.7 seconds. Merc is catching Dakar. Not only that, Capstar is also within 5 tenths. Capstar's within 5 tenths of Dynamonkey when they're going through all these lapped cars. That's what the Ferrari's just going over the sausage curbs. I don't know which one that was. That's Leon. Capstar has made up a lot of ground on Dynamonkey through these lapped cars. Nee and Mr. Archulop still battling there for P7. Nee just ahead for now. Into the right hairpin. Capstar. Where in the... Oh, there it is. Okay, so Dynamonkey just ahead of Capstar. Capstar getting lap cars. That's Fantatrol. Just off onto the gravel trap and now getting back on track right in front of all of them. But once this lag subsides, we'll get to see the battle. There it is. Capstar and Dynamonkey side by side for P5. Capstar on the inside. Dynamonkey looking for the better run. He gets the better run, I think. Capstar goes pretty wide to just keep some speed, but it doesn't work. Dynamonkey just ahead. Capstar, great mid-corner speed. Jeez, but Dynamonkey looking for the better exit. Keeps him ahead for now. Capstar goes a bit wider on the... It's just slightly wider, but not much of a run there. The gap at the top here is 1.1 seconds. Merc is trying to get the overtake done on Dakar, just stay ahead of him. Dynamonkey still trying to hold off Capstar, but I don't know if it ain't working for too long. It ain't working for too long. Capstar now ahead for now. Into his right-hander onto another straight. Dynamonkey looking for the better run. Tries to switch back. Can't get it to work. Capstar just ahead for now. I think that's Capstar. P5, and he'll probably try to just run away now. Dynamonkey turns in a bit earlier than Capstar. Again, a much more early turn in. He's got the position now. Oh, he's hit the sausage curb. Dynamonkey hits the sausage curb, and that puts him well down the grid. He's putting into P7, P8. Yeah, just P8, just ahead of Ferdinand. That's a huge mistake from Dynamonkey. Huge mistake. And now Ferdinand looking to see him make the move on Brody. Not Brody, Dynamonkey, but Dynamonkey holding off Ferdinand for now, but Ferdinand going super wide. That's not going to work. But huge mistake there for P5, and that's allowed Mr. Muchglove and Need to fight for P6 instead of P7. Actually, not really battle anymore. He needs P7. He's fallen off a bit from Mr. Muchglove. But back up to the front, Dakar and Merc Music battling out here. Merc Music only 2/10 behind his championship rival. He's gone a bit wide for the better run, though. I don't think that's worked. I think he's just gone a bit wide by accident. But yeah, Trainpig has caught up to Dakar and now trying to see if he can take P2 away from him and make it a 1-2 for their team. Oh my days. I've just looked. Okay, you know what? That, Jesus Christ. Alright, back to this. 9 squads is crazy. We have Dakar. Oh, Jesus Christ. Alright, Dakar still holding off Merc Music for now. Merc Music has fallen off a little bit, but they're still within the second. Dynamonkey still trying to hold off. I think Ferdinand just got ahead of Dynamonkey there. Yeah, Ferdinand is ahead of Dynamonkey for now. But Dynamonkey making the move into the last corner. And, I mean, they're still side by side onto the main straight with 6 to go. But Dynamonkey just ahead. Actually, no, Ferdinand out of the turn 1. Wow. Gets the position. See, back to this. You can see there's a lap car there, JZ, with these two. But Merc Music's still trying to see. He's still trying to catch up to Dak. He's gone wide. Oh, onto the gravel trap. He's gone a bit of oversteer as well on it, and he's lost a lot of time from that. That's not great. Back here for the front end, Dino Monkey battle front end. Now has a grip, at least one hand on P8. Dino Monkey's falling off a little bit. That's a lot of oversteer. Jesus Christ. Still in P8 though. Anything else here going on? Not really. What? Oh, Dakkar's lagged. Okay. No, we're good. We're good. Oh, 420 Merc Music well ahead of Dakkar now. That could have been a lag spike moment. But Dakkar now down to P3. I mean, that was a very anticlimactic. Damn. I was expecting Merc to just catch up for the next few laps. But was not expecting Dakkar to have a death moment. So Dakkar down to P3. His championship rival, Merc, up to P2. Now, I mean, maybe Arianse lets him take the lead. But that's going to be interesting. Mr. Magic Club just ahead of me and Fernand P8, Dino Monkey P9, Pischan in P10. No real battles going on here in the top 10. Just everyone just following each other. I mean, Capstar is only 3 seconds behind Train. Maybe he can take P4 away from Train Pig for within the next laps. I mean, he's right there. "20-second gap at the front for Arianse Merc Music." It's a 1-2 for their team. Jeez. Sorry, I just had to look at my phone real quick. But yeah, Mr. Magic Club. I mean, okay. Arianse holds on to lead with a 22-second gap at the front. Music P2, Dakkar P3, Train Pig P4, but Capstar's probably not going to catch him. Let's see the gap. Oh wow, it's 2 seconds. What? I mean, at this rate, Capstar can take P4 from Train Pig. Knee still right behind Mr. Macho Globe. Fernand P8, Dino Monkey P9, Pischan P10. Any battles down here? Nah, there's no bat. I mean, there's this one. Oh, Fantatro spun in pit lane. Alright, whatever. Anyways. Back up here, Train Pig now having to defend from Capstar. He's gained 3 seconds these last 2 laps. Trying to see me take P4 away from him. I mean, Train has been in the top 4 this entire race, and now he might have to sub for P5 now because Capstar right behind him onto this next straight. Did it just happen again? Fanta, come on. Anyways, side by side here for P4 Capstar, taking P4 away from Train Pig. And now Capstar will have to run away from Train Pig. Yeah, that was a very quick overtake. Maybe Train Pig can try to keep up with him. I don't know if it's going to happen though. Capstar's pace has been really on it right now. Yeah, Capstar has made a bit of a gap to him, and now Capstar will just pull away from Train Pig. And that's going to be P5 for Train Pig and his new team. More lag moments with 2 laps to go. Ariante in the lead by 25 seconds. Dakar P3, Merc Music P2, there's Capstar P4, Train Pig P5. Bit of a lag moment there. Mr. Macho Globe in P6 with Knee P7. Ferdinand P8, he's actually caught up to Knee a little bit. So let's see, can Ferdinand take P7 away from Knee in his Honda? That's an interesting livery. I mean, he's right behind him now. He's looking to see if he can make a dive into the next hairpin on the after the straight. But now, final lap started by Ariante with a 26-second gap at the front. Jesus Christ. That's bigger than any gap Dakar had at the start of the season. Ferdinand go from the inside move on Knee. Still right behind him. Can't seem to make it work through this final sector. Side by side though. Can he get the move done here into left-hander? Still side by side, but I think he's just ahead of Knee. And we'll take P7 for now. But Knee still holding up, still putting on a good battle. Oh, that's a car spinning. Somewhat unimportant, right? That's Fantatrol spinning again on stream. Nova getting the purple sector 1, jeez. But Ferdinand takes P7 away from Knee, but Knee's still trying to keep up with him, still keep trying to battle for that last position. But I think that might be over. But Ariante back up to the front. We haven't talked about him too much other than the fact that he's had a massive gap at the front. And unless Merc take the win, but who knows. Through the final corner with a 28 second gap, Ariante will win the British Grand Prix. Yes, he does. Okay. Ariante wins the British Grand Prix, his second race of the season and his second podium of the season. It's a win this time. Merc Music there through the final few corners will take P2 and ahead. It's a bit crucial. It is ahead of his championship rival Dakar. This is the first race that Dakar has not won this season, so big ups to this team. P2 for Merc Music. Merc Music. It's a 1-2 for the team. Dakar there settling for P3 after starting P5. Not a great weekend for him. Capstar there finishing P4 with Train Pig having to settle for P5. Mr. Macho Globe there, P6. Ferdinand P7. Knee just behind him for P8. P9 is Pishan battling with a lapped car of Fantatrol, who's had a few spins this race. Onto the main straight. That's Pishan for P9 after battling for the lead at the front, at the start of this race. And Dom P10, Dynamo Key, has fallen off all the way down to P11 after his crash. Dom P10, Dino P11, Acer right behind Dino, but that is P12 for Acer. Nova at the line finishing P13. He was lapped. Cowpox 14, JC 15th, 90er 16th, Toots 17th, and the rest of the drivers, you know. But yeah, it is the first 1, 2, 4. Let me just look at the team real quick. I think it's just Audi, right? Is it Audi? Yeah, Audi Merc Motorsports. That's what it is. That should be good for their championship battles as well, because they're still they're 18 points behind Brand Planet, which is Dakar's team. So hopefully they can go ahead and take at least catch up to them going into the second half of the season. Let me just walk over here real quick. But we have a new race winner this season. It'll be Ariante for Audi Merc Motorsports. Thank the Lord we have someone new. But yeah, that ends the British Grand Prix. Next week we should have, let me look it up real quick. Next week we have the Canadian Grand Prix. That will start off the second leg, or the second half of this season. I think the gap for the championship will be, let me see, it'll be about 20 points, 21 points. Merck still has a lot of, oh, he has a lot to gain. It's going to be difficult for him, but who knows. Just waiting for this to actually get started. There we go. There's 420 Merc Music for P2. Nova's putting himself in P1. There you go. Dakar P3. And Ariante steps onto the top step of the podium for P1. And he is your British Grand Prix winner here. There's static there. But that will end the British Grand Prix here. Round 5 of 10. We still have another half of the season to go. And we'll start off next week in Canada. So don't go anywhere. We'll be back for that one. Thank you, everyone, for joining the stream. And we will see you all next week. Goodbye, everyone.